Brian Zirkle here at House of Sports. Today we are going to be working on the last video of our mini-series that we have been working with the Kankakee Valley Park District in providing our youth athletes with something to do while at home. Our first series of videos was how we properly stretch, play catch, and go through our everyday drills. Our second video was some defensive drills that we do both in the infield and the outfield. Today we're going to be focused solely on hitting. We're going to use the most important hitting tool in the game of baseball, the game of softball, and that is our hitting tee. Our tee gives us instant feedback. We are able to tell instantly whether we were under the ball, above the ball, whether we beat it into the ground, we popped it up, we knocked the tee over, vice versa. It'll also be able to tell us when we square this ball up and we hit it where we want to. Off a tee, our goal is to be consistent. Every tee swing should be good balance, good rhythm, and good timing. Okay, we want to really focus on good footwork, okay, good balance first and foremost. Good rhythm, bang, okay, get some rhythm in your swing, get a little bit of rhythm, don't be robotic, don't be standing still, okay, get comfortable. Everybody's stance is different. We don't want to try to change and make you have a cookie cutter stance, okay? Everybody needs to figure out what works best for them. So the first thing we do when we get into the batter's box is we try to find ourselves a comfortable spot where we can meet that ball, point of contact with our arms still slightly bent so that we can push through that baseball or softball, okay? So I like to get a good spot in there. For the younger kids, what might help is putting 2 X's on the ground with chalk, tape, okay? Getting your good balance. We like to be a little bit wider than shoulder width so that we have a good base, okay? From here, hands can pretty much be anywhere you want them. But as we start to hit, we need our hands to be above that baseball or softball. If our hands get below the baseball or softball, we get in trouble, okay? So the first thing we want to focus on is obviously getting in the batter's box and having good balance, okay? 50-50 is what we like to say. As that pitch is coming, we have a little bit of a load, which is our rock back, okay, our stride. As we stride, we always want to stride to balance as well, so that when we land, we're back to our strong point. So as we take a swing, it should look a little something like this. Stride to balance, good swing, hold your finish, okay? What we're going to focus on today is 8 different drills. Each drill is a little bit different that will help you get better on your individual skills. I recommend taking anywhere from 100 to 500 swings off a tee daily in order to be consistent and learn how to maximize your potential in swinging. This is what we call the knee down drill. Now this drill focuses on upper body and hand action. It allows us not to lunge for a baseball, for those kids that like to lunge to go hit. This drill here keeps us tall, okay? Keeps us working on our hands through the baseball. This is called knee down. So we go back knee down, front leg locked out, hands high, through the baseball. Good. This drill is not about rocking the ball, hitting it as hard as you can. It's about figuring out how to hit this ball up the middle over and over and over. What we're going to show you is just a regular tee swing. Okay, when we set up the tee for a regular tee swing, the misconception a lot of people get is they like to put this tee in the middle of their body. Okay, if I put this tee in the middle of Zach's body right here and he goes to hit this ball, he's not able to really hit that ball in the sweet spot of that bat. Okay, it's a little bit deep on his body. So what we like to do is we like to put that tee right out at the front of the plate so that we can make contact directly up the middle of the field, right off of our front hip. So Zach, real quick, show me your point of contact. Okay, point of contact is where the bat meets the ball. Go ahead, slow motion, bang, pause right there. This is the one thing we want to focus on here. Okay, knee, hip, shoulder should all be in line. What we don't want is him leaning back, him lunging forward, okay, or his front leg collapsing and dipping. Okay, we want him nice and tall and strong at this point right here. If this is hard for your child to get to, you can focus on what we call a finished lower half. Find this finished lower half. Back foot twisted, hips on the ball, front leg about locked, Everything on it, eyes on it, perfect V, powers through the ball, and then holds his finish. And then hold your finish like you're posing for a baseball card. We want you to pose for about 2-3 seconds so that you can focus on good balance. Good balance. Zach, go ahead and take me a full swing. Good. Hold your finish. Good. One more. Balance. Stride. Good swing. All right. The next series of hitting drills we're going to work on is our inside and outside pitch. So now we worked on the pitch right down the middle, and we focused on crushing right by the pitcher over and over and over and over. Once we get really good at that, we start working on the inside pitch and the outside pitch. One misconception that a lot of people get is we want to hit this pitch to the pull side, or we want to hit this pitch backside. Okay? Now, the location of the ball is what determines where we are hitting that ball. So what we like to do is we like to set up these baseballs in a series of spots. Cash, go ahead and get your stance. This is where his inside pitch would be. Okay? Pitch 3 to 4 inches inside. Okay? A pitch that's not normally a strike, but can be at times depending on where you play. All right? So this pitch inside, Cash's point of contact would be out in front. Okay? To the back. Boom. Keep coming all the way to the hand. Bang. Inside pitch. Okay? If he waits and tries to hit this inside pitch here, he's in trouble. Okay? He's jamming himself, he's breaking his back, his wood. All right? So what we like to do is we like to form a little line. Okay? A little series of spots where we hit each pitch. Okay? One thing you can work on at home is with slow motion point of contact where you focus on the 5 spots. Okay? You think inside pitch, pitch, outside pitch. Boom. Okay, good balance, hands on it. A deep outside pitch. Boom. And this ball goes right over the first base. Okay? So when we are doing these drills, we set this tee inside and out in front. So Cash is going to take a couple swings here on the inside half. He should be trying to hit this ball not at the shortstop, but in between the 5-6 hole, third shortstop, or into either gap. We don't want to ever work on hitting balls directly at the best player on the other team, shortstop. Here we go. Inside pitch. Hold your finish. Good swing. Inside pitch. Hold your finish. Boom. Good. Now, one thing that you can do is say you have a net in front of you and you don't have the capability to just pull a ball. What we would do here is Cash would turn his feet. Okay? And we would still turn this as an inside pitch right here. So Cash set up as if pitcher is out there. Our net is right there. So now we have the net right there, and he turns and pulls that ball into the net over and over. Now the outside pitch, same thing. Now we're going to catch this pitch a little deeper. To show you, as if we had a net in front of us, we're going to turn our feet so that the pitcher's over here. This outside pitch we're going to catch deeper in the zone, and Cash is going to hit this ball 3-4 hole, first base, second base, backside. Not every swing is perfect, and that's why we get in here and we work over and over. Good. Over and over. Catch it one more, a little deeper. Backside, 3-4 hole. Hold your finish. Good. Good swings. All right, after working inside and outside pitches, we're now going to work on the high tee and low tee. Now, the high tee is a pitch that is usually a strikeout pitch that a pitcher wants you to get to pop out or either swing and miss. So kids that drop their hands, this is a real good drill to work on to keep your hands high. And our goal here is not to pop this ball up, but to cut this ball wherever we want to hit it. Hit it on a line wherever we want. Now Zach is a little guy, so I'm going to raise this thing up pretty high on him, okay, abnormally high to where he would probably complain if he got this strike in a game. And he is going to start working on this pitch, keeping his hands higher than the ball on his load, and hitting this ball right back at the pitcher. Hard. Again, right, hands high, level through the ball. Good, again, one more, line drive. Level through the ball, hands high. Good swing, good swing. Now, after working on the high tee, okay, and this is something that you can use inside and outside as well, so don't just put that ball right where you want it every single time. Now we're going to drop this down to where it's abnormally a little bit low for him, okay? Now the goal on this low tee swing is for him not to dive into this ball, Okay, we don't want him to dive into this ball. We want him to stay tall and hit this and lower his hands through that ball, bang, and finish through that ball. Low T, 2 swings. Good swing. One more. Lunge. Chest up. Good swing. All right, now we're going to work on a drill where you may have a child that is really just destroying your team. You can't figure out how to get him from dropping his hands and really uppercutting at that ball. Okay, what we like to do is we like to add a second tee behind the baseball in what we call a 2-tee drill. Okay, so the purpose of this drill is you probably have a kid that would be whacking this back tee over and over. Look a little something like this in slow motion, Cash. Really lower the hands, boom, drops the barrel, and really uppercuts through that ball. Okay, that as you get older is a recipe for pop-ups. Pop-ups are outs. Everybody can catch pop-ups. So we want to start to focus on how to cut through that ball nice and hard, line drives, hard one-hoppers, balls being hit on the line. So we like to put the second tee behind this ball so that in slow motion behind this swing, go to slow motion to your point of contact. Through the ball, 6 inches through the ball, he's able to finish, and he's able to hit this ball on the line. So it'll look a little something like this, 2-tee drill. Put that tee here, go ahead and take a cut. Good swing, one more. Good swing. Tuning in, checking out all of our videos. Check us out online at www.houseofsports.com. Like us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram, Snapchat. We also have our House of Sports travel teams page. As this coronavirus gets out of this area, we hope that everybody joins us in progressing as a baseball, softball player. We have camps, clinics, private lessons, and more coming this summer. We look forward to seeing you all at House of Sports, and we hope everybody stays safe and continues to work on your game.